The Four Tendencies is a book written by Gretchen Rubin that explores different personality frameworks and provides insights into understanding and harnessing our motivations. The book focuses on four distinct personality tendencies that people typically exhibit when it comes to meeting inner and outer expectations. These tendencies are based on how individuals respond to expectations, both from themselves and from others. The four tendencies outlined by Gretchen Rubin are as follows: upholders. Upholders are individuals who readily meet both inner and outer expectations. They are self-disciplined and reliable, and they strive to meet deadlines and commitments, whether they are set by themselves or others. Questioners. Questioners are individuals who question all expectations and only meet them if they make sense to them. They seek justifications and reasons behind rules and expectations before they decide to comply with them. Questioners are motivated by rationality and logic. Obligers. Obligers are individuals who readily meet outer expectations but struggle to meet inner expectations. They tend to prioritize others' needs and expectations over their own. Obligers find it easier to meet commitments when they are held accountable by external factors, such as deadlines or the expectations of others. Rebels. Rebels are individuals who resist both inner and outer expectations. They value freedom and resist being told what to do. Rebels are driven by their own desires and preferences and tend to resist habits and routines. They often prefer to do things in their own way and on their own terms. The book explores each tendency in detail, providing insights into how individuals can work with their natural tendencies to create positive change in their lives. It offers strategies for self-motivation, forming habits, and effectively communicating with others based on their tendency. Understanding your own tendency can help you identify your strengths and weaknesses. When it comes to meeting expectations and achieving personal and professional goals, it can also provide valuable insights into how to interact and communicate with others effectively based on their tendency. The Four Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin offers practical advice and examples to help readers better understand themselves and others, and to harness their natural tendencies to improve productivity, relationships, and overall well-being. Here are the key ideas from the book. Number 1. Understanding your tendency. Identifying your tendency, upholder, questioner, obliger, or rebel, is crucial for understanding how you respond to expectations. Understanding your tendency, as outlined in The Four Tendencies, is indeed crucial for gaining insights into how you respond to expectations. Here's why identifying your tendency is important. Self-awareness. Knowing your tendency helps you understand your natural inclinations and patterns of behavior when faced with expectations. It provides clarity about why you may respond in certain ways and helps you make sense of your own actions. Motivation. Understanding your tendency allows you to identify the motivations that drive your behavior. It helps you recognize what inspires and energizes you, which can be instrumental in setting and achieving personal and professional goals. Goal setting. When you know your tendency, you can set goals in a way that aligns with your motivational style. You can tailor your approach to leverage your strengths and work around any challenges associated with your tendency. Accountability. Different tendencies have distinct preferences for accountability. Identifying your tendency helps you determine whether you thrive with external accountability or if you need to find internal sources of motivation. Communication and collaboration. Recognizing your tendency enhances your self-awareness in relationships and interactions. It enables you to communicate your needs and preferences effectively, while also understanding the tendencies of others. This understanding can lead to better teamwork, empathy, and collaboration. Habit formation. Each tendency responds differently to habit formation strategies. By knowing your tendency, you can choose the most effective techniques to establish and maintain habits that align with your motivations and inclinations. Personal growth. Understanding your tendency opens doors to personal growth and development. It allows you to identify areas where you can challenge yourself, adapt your responses, and learn from the experiences of others with different tendencies. Remember that identifying your tendency is not meant to confine or limit you, but rather to provide self-awareness and a starting point for understanding your responses to expectations. It is a tool for personal growth and improvement, helping you make informed decisions and navigate various aspects of your life more effectively. Number 2, outer versus inner expectations. the book distinguishes between outer expectations, expectations from others, and inner expectations, expectations you set for yourself, and explores how each tendency responds to them differently. In The Four Tendencies, Gretchen Rubin distinguishes between outer expectations and inner expectations to shed light on how different tendencies respond to them. Here's a closer look at these distinctions. 1. Outer expectations. Outer expectations are the expectations imposed on you by external sources, such as deadlines, requests, or obligations set by others. These can include work assignments, social commitments, or even societal norms. Upholders tend to readily meet outer expectations. They are driven by a strong sense of responsibility and strive to meet these expectations consistently. Questioners typically respond to outer expectations by questioning them. They seek justification and clarity before deciding whether or not to comply. Obligers usually excel at meeting outer expectations since they are motivated by external accountability. They may struggle, however, when it comes to meeting their own inner expectations. Rebels resist outer expectations and may resist or reject them altogether. They prefer to follow their own instincts and resist being told what to do. 1. Inner expectations. Inner expectations refer to the expectations you set for yourself, such as personal goals, resolutions, or commitments that you make privately. Upholders tend to be diligent in meeting their own inner expectations. They set goals for themselves and strive to achieve them consistently. Questioners respond to inner expectations if they align with their own internal logic and reasoning. They may question and evaluate the expectations they set for themselves before deciding whether or not to pursue them. Obligers often struggle with meeting their own inner expectations. They may prioritize the needs and expectations of others over their own, making it challenging to fulfill their personal goals without external accountability. Rebels resist inner expectations as they resist outer expectations. They prefer to act on their own terms and resist feeling constrained by self-imposed rules or commitments. Understanding the distinction between outer and inner expectations allows individuals to recognize their default responses and tendencies in different contexts. It helps clarify how they are motivated or hindered by external pressures versus internal aspirations. By understanding how they respond to each type of expectation, individuals can develop strategies and approaches that align with their tendency, leading to increased productivity, self-motivation, and overall well-being. Number 3. Upholders. Upholders readily meet both outer and inner expectations. They excel at following rules and meeting deadlines. Upholders, as described in The Four Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin, are individuals who readily meet both outer and inner expectations. They excel at following rules, meeting deadlines, and fulfilling commitments. Here are some key characteristics and traits of upholders. Reliability. Upholders are known for their reliability and consistency. They have a strong sense of responsibility and tend to deliver on their commitments, both to others and themselves. Rule followers. Upholders have a natural inclination to follow rules and regulations. They appreciate structure, guidelines, and clear expectations, and they thrive in environments that provide clear guidelines to follow. Self-discipline. Upholders possess a high level of self-discipline. They are internally motivated to meet their own goals and expectations. And they can adhere to routines and habits with relative ease. Meeting deadlines. Upholders are skilled at meeting deadlines and fulfilling obligations in a timely manner. They are driven by a sense of duty and take pride in completing tasks on time. Inner motivation. Upholders have a strong internal drive to meet their own expectations. They set personal goals and work diligently to achieve them, deriving a sense of satisfaction from their accomplishments. Appreciation for order and structure. Upholders thrive in organized and structured environments. They prefer clear guidelines, schedules, and routines, as they help them navigate their responsibilities efficiently. Tendency towards perfectionism. Upholders may exhibit perfectionistic tendencies due to their drive to meet expectations. They can be hard on themselves if they fall short or make mistakes. Need for clarity. Upholders appreciate clarity and explicit expectations. They prefer to know exactly what is expected of them and thrive in situations where there are well-defined rules and guidelines. upholders can be highly productive and reliable individuals who excel in environments where rules and expectations are clear. However, they may also benefit from cultivating flexibility and recognizing the importance of balancing their own expectations with the potential for adaptation and spontaneity. Number 4, questioners. Questioners require justification and rationale for meeting expectations. They value efficiency and logic and will only comply if they understand the reasons behind expectations. Absolutely. Questioners, as described in The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin, are individuals who require justification and rationale for meeting expectations. They value efficiency, logic, and understanding the reasons behind expectations. Here are some key characteristics and traits of questioners. Need for justification. Questioners have a natural tendency to question rules, expectations, and decisions. They seek information and clarification to understand why something is necessary or why a particular approach is being taken. Desire for efficiency and effectiveness. Questioners prioritize efficiency and effectiveness in their actions. They want to ensure that the expectations they meet or the tasks they undertake are justified and will lead to desired outcomes. Thorough research and analysis. Questioners are inclined to conduct thorough research and analysis before making decisions or complying with expectations. They seek reliable information to make informed choices based on their own judgment. Evaluation of information. Questioners carefully evaluate the information they receive. They assess the credibility and relevance of the sources and seek multiple perspectives to form their own understanding. Internal motivation based on logic. Questioners are internally motivated by logical reasoning. Once they are convinced of the validity and soundness of an expectation, they can fully commit to meeting it. Skepticism towards authority. Questioners may have a healthy skepticism towards authority and may resist expectations if they perceive them as arbitrary or unjustified. Desire for autonomy. Questioners value their autonomy and independence. They prefer to make choices and decisions based on their own judgment rather than blindly complying with expectations. Focus on optimization. Questioners often seek ways to optimize processes, procedures, and rules. They may suggest improvements or challenge existing practices to ensure greater efficiency and effectiveness. Questioners can contribute valuable insights and critical thinking to a group or organization. They are driven by their need for information and understanding, which can lead to well-informed decision-making and improved systems. However, they may need to strike a balance between questioning and trust, recognizing that not all expectations require detailed justification and that some decisions are based on expertise or practical considerations. Number 5, obligers. Obligers easily meet outer expectations but struggle with inner expectations. They thrive with external accountability and may prioritize others' needs over their own. Exactly. Obligers, as discussed in The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin, are individuals who readily meet outer expectations but often struggle with meeting their own inner expectations. They thrive when held accountable by external factors and tend to prioritize others' needs over their own. Here are some key characteristics and traits of obligers. Meeting outer expectations. Obligers have a strong tendency to meet the expectations of others, whether they are from colleagues, family members, friends, or society at large. They have a natural inclination to fulfill obligations and meet external demands. External accountability. Obligers respond well to external accountability. When there are clear deadlines, supervision, or external consequences, they find it easier to meet expectations and fulfill commitments. Struggle with inner expectations. Obligers often find it challenging to meet their own inner expectations. They may struggle to prioritize their personal goals, self-care, and aspirations because they tend to put others' needs ahead of their own. Need for external accountability mechanisms. Obligers benefit greatly from setting up external accountability mechanisms to meet their inner expectations. This can include sharing goals with others, seeking support and accountability from a partner, friend, or coach, or even participating in groups or programs that provide structure and external oversight. Motivated by others' expectations, obligers derive motivation and a sense of duty from meeting the expectations of others. They may feel a strong sense of responsibility to avoid letting people down. boundary setting challenges, obligers may struggle with setting boundaries and saying no, as they often prioritize meeting the expectations and needs of others. This can lead to neglecting their own well-being and goals. Appreciation for external deadlines. Obligers thrive when there are clear deadlines or external pressure. They find it easier to stay on track and fulfill obligations when there is a sense of urgency imposed by external factors. Supportive and reliable. Obligers tend to be highly reliable and supportive individuals. They are often dependable team members or friends who can be counted on to fulfill their commitments to others. Recognizing the tendency to meet outer expectations more readily than inner expectations can help obligers devise strategies to better meet their own goals and aspirations. They can leverage external accountability, establish supportive structures, and learn to set boundaries in order to balance their own needs with the expectations of others. Number 6. Rebels. Rebels resist both outer and inner expectations. They value freedom and prefer to act on their own terms. Rebels can be motivated by identity and authenticity. Rebels, as described in The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin, are individuals who resist both outer and inner expectations. They value freedom, prefer to act on their own terms, and are often motivated by identity and authenticity. Here are some key characteristics and traits of rebels. Resistance to expectations. Rebels have a natural inclination to resist expectations, whether they come from external sources or are self-imposed. They prefer to make their own choices and decisions, rather than feeling constrained by expectations placed upon them. Value for freedom and autonomy. Rebels highly value their freedom and autonomy. They prioritize the ability to act and make choices according to their own desires and beliefs. Motivated by identity and authenticity. Rebels are driven by a strong sense of identity and authenticity. They want to be true to themselves and their values. Often prioritizing personal fulfillment and individuality over societal norms or expectations. Nonconformity and uniqueness. Rebels tend to embrace their uniqueness and resist conforming to social or cultural expectations. They may intentionally go against the grain and seek unconventional paths. Inner motivation based on personal choice. Rebels are motivated by a sense of personal choice and autonomy. They are more likely to engage in activities that align with their own interests and passions rather than following predetermined expectations. Need for variety and spontaneity. Rebels thrive on variety, spontaneity, and unpredictability. They may resist routines, rules, and repetitive tasks, preferring dynamic environments that allow them to follow their impulses. Difficulty with external accountability. Rebels typically struggle with external accountability and may resist attempts to control or impose expectations on them. They prefer to act based on their own internal motivation rather than external obligations. Creative and independent thinkers. Rebels often possess a strong independent streak and are known for their creative thinking and problem-solving abilities. They can bring fresh perspectives and innovative ideas to various situations. Understanding the rebel tendency can help individuals navigate their own motivations and behaviors. Rebels can harness their resistance to create positive change by aligning their actions with their authentic selves and finding ways to express their individuality within appropriate boundaries. Number 7. Accountability for obligers. Obligers benefit from external accountability mechanisms such as deadlines, supervision, or accountability partners to meet their own expectations. Obligers, as discussed in The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin, benefit greatly from external accountability mechanisms to meet their own expectations. Since they readily meet outer expectations but struggle with inner expectations, having external structures in place can help them stay on track and fulfill their personal goals. Here are some examples of accountability mechanisms that can support obligers. Deadlines. Setting clear deadlines for their personal goals and commitments can provide obligers with a sense of urgency and external pressure to complete tasks and meet expectations. Supervision or reporting. Obligers may find it helpful to have regular check-ins with a supervisor, coach, or mentor who can provide guidance, feedback, and hold them accountable for their progress. Accountability partners. Pairing up with an accountability partner, such as a friend, family member, or colleague, can be effective for obligers. They can share their goals and progress, provide support, and hold each other accountable. Support groups or programs. Joining support groups or programs that provide structure and external oversight can be beneficial for obligers. These groups often have built-in accountability measures and provide a supportive environment for goal attainment. Public commitment. Obligers may find it helpful to publicly declare their goals or intentions. By sharing their aspirations with others, they create a sense of social pressure and accountability. Professional assistance. Hiring a coach, therapist, or consultant can provide obligers with professional support, guidance, and external accountability to help them stay motivated and meet their own expectations. By utilizing external accountability mechanisms, obligers can bridge the gap between meeting outer expectations and fulfilling their inner expectations. These mechanisms provide the necessary structure and support to help them prioritize their own goals, aspirations, and well-being, ultimately leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Number 8. Strategies for questioners. Questioners can harness their tendency by seeking knowledge and understanding to gain confidence in their decisions. They benefit from using their analytical skills to prioritize and focus on what truly matters. Questioners, as discussed in The 4 Tendencies, by Gretchen Rubin, can leverage their tendency by utilizing their analytical skills and seeking knowledge and understanding. Here are some strategies that can help questioners make the most of their tendency. Seek knowledge and understanding. Questioners thrive when they have access to information and understanding. They should embrace their curiosity and actively seek knowledge to gain confidence in their decision-making process. Research and analyze. Questioners should utilize their analytical skills by conducting thorough research and analysis. They can explore different perspectives, gather data, and evaluate information to make well-informed decisions. Prioritize what truly matters. Questioners tend to question and evaluate expectations and tasks. They should focus on prioritizing activities and projects that align with their values and have a clear purpose. By understanding the why behind their choices, they can allocate their time and energy effectively. Set high standards. Questioners can set high standards for themselves and others, ensuring that expectations meet their standards of efficiency, effectiveness, and logic. They should strive for excellence in their pursuits and challenge the status quo when necessary. Utilize justification and reasoning. Questioners should not shy away from asking for justification and rationale behind expectations. They can communicate their need for information and logical reasoning to better understand and meet expectations. Trust their judgment. Questioners often have a well-developed sense of judgment. They should trust their own instincts and the conclusions they reach after careful evaluation. Confidence in their own decision-making abilities is key for questioners. Embrace flexibility. While it is important for questioners to seek knowledge and understanding, they should also recognize that not all decisions require extensive research. Embracing some level of flexibility and learning to trust their gut feelings can be beneficial. Share insights and perspectives. Questioners can contribute valuable insights and alternative perspectives to group discussions and decision-making processes. They should feel comfortable sharing their research and analysis with others, as it can bring new ideas and considerations to the table, by harnessing their tendency to question and analyze. Questioners can make well-informed decisions, prioritize effectively, and contribute their unique perspectives to various situations. Embracing their natural curiosity and seeking knowledge will help them navigate their choices with confidence and clarity. Number 9. Working with upholders. Upholders appreciate clarity and detailed instructions. They excel in environments with clear rules and expectations. When working with upholders, it's helpful to understand their inclination towards following rules and meeting expectations. Here are some strategies for effectively collaborating with upholders. Provide clear guidelines. Upholders thrive in environments with clear rules, guidelines, and expectations. When assigning tasks or projects, be sure to provide them with specific instructions and clearly defined goals. This clarity enables them to understand what is expected and how to proceed. Set realistic deadlines. Upholders excel at meeting deadlines, so be mindful of setting realistic timeframes. They appreciate having a clear timeline and will strive to deliver their work on time. However, it's essential to strike a balance by allowing sufficient time for thoroughness and quality. Be transparent with expectations. upholders value transparency and appreciate knowing exactly what is expected of them. Clearly communicate your expectations regarding quality standards, deliverables, and any specific requirements. This will help them align their efforts accordingly. Recognize their dependability. Upholders are reliable team members who can be counted on to fulfill their commitments. Acknowledge their dedication, punctuality, and conscientiousness. This recognition boosts their motivation and reinforces their sense of accomplishment. Encourage their input on improvements. Upholders often appreciate processes and systems that are clear and well-defined. However, they can also contribute valuable insights on how to optimize workflows and enhance efficiency. Encourage them to share their ideas and suggestions for improvement. Provide structure and routine. Upholders generally thrive in structured environments. Establishing routines, regular check-ins, and well-defined procedures can help them stay organized and focused. Encourage them to create schedules or task lists to keep track of their responsibilities. Offer constructive feedback. Upholders appreciate feedback that helps them improve and meet expectations. When providing feedback, focus on specific areas for growth and provide actionable suggestions. They are receptive to constructive criticism and will likely take steps to address any identified areas of improvement. Recognize their commitment to personal goals. Upholders often have their own personal goals and aspirations. Support them in pursuing these goals by providing resources, opportunities for growth, and flexibility when feasible. Recognize their drive to meet both external and internal expectations. By understanding and catering to upholders' preference for clarity, rules, and expectations, you can create an environment that enables them to thrive. Utilize their reliability and conscientiousness while also allowing room for their input and growth. A well-structured and supportive work environment will help upholders contribute their best efforts to the team's success. Number 10. Motivating rebels. Rebels respond well to choices, autonomy, and challenges to their individuality. They thrive when they feel their actions align with their own values and identity. Motivating rebels, who resist both outer and inner expectations, requires understanding their desire for autonomy, individuality, and the freedom to make their own choices. Here are some strategies for effectively motivating rebels. Offer choices and autonomy. Rebels thrive when they have the freedom to make choices and decisions that align with their values and preferences. Provide them with opportunities to have a say in their work, projects, or tasks. Giving them autonomy fosters a sense of ownership and empowerment. Appeal to their identity and individuality. Rebels are driven by their sense of identity and authenticity. Highlight how their work or actions align with their personal values, passions, and beliefs. When they see a connection between their individuality and the tasks at hand, they are more likely to feel motivated and engaged. Emphasize the why. Rebels value understanding the purpose and reasoning behind expectations. Clearly communicate the significance and impact of their work, helping them see how it aligns with their values or contributes to a larger cause. When they connect with the underlying purpose, they are more motivated to take action. Present challenges and novelty. Rebels thrive on challenges and novelty. Offer them opportunities to tackle new and interesting projects, allowing them to explore their creativity and think outside the box. Providing a variety of tasks and challenges keeps them engaged and motivated. Encourage personal expression. Rebels appreciate opportunities for personal expression. Create an environment where they can infuse their unique style, ideas, and approaches into their work. Encourage them to take ownership and bring their individuality to the tasks they undertake. Recognize achievements and individuality. Celebrate rebels' accomplishments and acknowledge their unique contributions. Publicly recognize their efforts and the impact they have made. This recognition affirms their sense of identity and reinforces their motivation to continue being true to themselves. Allow flexibility and independence. Rebels value flexibility and the freedom to pursue their work in their own way. Offer them a level of independence in how they structure their time, approach tasks, or collaborate with others. Providing them with the space to navigate and express themselves fosters their motivation. Foster a supportive environment. Rebels thrive in environments that accept and embrace individuality and diversity of thought. Create a culture that encourages open dialogue, respects different perspectives, and values innovation. When rebels feel supported and understood, they are more likely to be motivated and engaged. By honoring their need for autonomy, individuality, and choice, you can effectively motivate rebels. Providing them with opportunities to express themselves, challenging their creativity, and recognizing their unique contributions will help them thrive and contribute their best to the team or organization. Number 11. Communicating with the tendencies. Understanding others' tendencies can improve communication and collaboration. Tailoring your approach based on their tendency can lead to better outcomes. Understanding and adapting to others' tendencies can greatly enhance communication and collaboration, leading to more effective outcomes. Here are some tips for tailoring your approach based on each tendency. Upholders. When communicating with upholders, be clear, provide detailed instructions, and establish clear expectations. They appreciate structure and thrive in environments with well-defined rules and guidelines. Upholders value precision and will appreciate direct communication that outlines specific tasks and deadlines. Questioners. When interacting with questioners, be prepared to provide logical reasoning and justifications for your requests or expectations. They appreciate understanding the purpose behind tasks and decisions. Encourage open dialogue and provide opportunities for them to ask questions and share their perspectives. Being responsive to their need for information and rationale will help them feel more comfortable and motivated to engage. Obligers. When working with obligers, recognize their tendency to prioritize external accountability. Establish clear deadlines, provide regular check-ins, and consider implementing accountability mechanisms such as accountability partners or reporting structures. Support their need for external support and acknowledge their efforts. Emphasize how their work benefits others or contributes to the team's success to help them stay motivated. Rebels. When engaging with rebels, offer them choices and opportunities for autonomy. Avoid being overly prescriptive or rigid in your approach. Allow flexibility and provide room for creative expression and individuality. Recognize and appreciate their unique contributions and respect their need for freedom. When communicating with rebels, focus on the values and the larger purpose behind the tasks to ignite their motivation. By tailoring your communication approach based on the tendencies of others, you can create an environment that supports and engages each individual. Understanding their motivations and preferences helps build rapport, improves understanding, and fosters effective collaboration. It allows you to adjust your communication style, provide the necessary support, and create a productive and harmonious working relationship with individuals of different tendencies. Number 12. Building habits. Different tendencies require different approaches when forming habits. Strategies like monitoring, accountability, or finding purpose can be effective depending on the tendency. Building habits can be approached differently based on the individual's tendency. Here are some strategies to consider for each tendency when it comes to habit formation. 1. Upholders. Establish clear rules. Upholders excel at following rules, so establishing clear guidelines and specific steps for the habit can be effective. Set deadlines. Upholders thrive on meeting deadlines, so setting a specific time frame or schedule for the habit can help them stay on track. Monitor progress. Upholders appreciate tracking their progress and achievements. Use habit tracking tools or visual aids to monitor their consistency and provide a sense of accomplishment. 1. Questioners. Provide reasons and justifications. Questioners need to understand the purpose and rationale behind a habit. Explain the benefits and provide them with the necessary information to make an informed decision about adopting the habit. Focus on efficiency. Questioners value efficiency, so highlight how the habit contributes to their overall effectiveness, productivity, or personal goals. Allow for flexibility. Questioners may be more motivated to adopt a habit if they have the flexibility to customize or adapt it to fit their individual needs and preferences. 1. Obligers. External accountability. Obligers thrive on external accountability. Engage an accountability partner, join a group with shared habits, or use accountability apps or systems to ensure they stay committed to the habit. Make it a social activity. Encourage obligers to engage in habits with others or find a community that supports the habit. The presence and support of others can be motivating for them. Emphasize the benefits to others. obligers often prioritize meeting the expectations of others. Highlight how the habit positively impacts the people around them or the team, fostering a sense of responsibility and motivation. 1. Rebels, choice and autonomy. Rebels value their freedom and autonomy. So allow them to choose their habits or have a say in how they approach them. Provide options and flexibility, allowing them to personalize the habit to align with their values and individuality. Focus on identity and purpose. Rebels are motivated by their sense of identity and authenticity. Frame the habit in a way that resonates with their values or contributes to their desired self-image. Embrace variety and novelty. Rebels thrive on variety, so incorporating diverse activities or periodically changing the habit can help keep them engaged and motivated. By tailoring the approach to habit formation based on the individual's tendency, you can increase the chances of success. Consider the tendencies, preferences, motivations, and sources of accountability to design strategies that resonate with each individual, setting them up for long-term habit adherence. Number 13, expectations in relationships. Managing expectations and understanding your partner's tendency can strengthen relationships. Recognizing different tendencies can help avoid conflicts and improve understanding. Managing expectations and understanding each other's tendencies can significantly strengthen relationships. Here are some ways to navigate expectations and enhance understanding. With their values. Avoid excessive rules or rigid expectations that may stifle their sense of independence. Encourage open dialogue and jointly explore ways to balance individuality with shared commitments. Find common ground. Rebels thrive when they can align their actions with their identity and values. Seek opportunities where both partners can find common ground and create shared expectations that honor the unique perspectives and needs of each individual. By understanding each other's tendencies and being mindful of their specific needs and preferences, you can navigate expectations in a relationship more effectively. This understanding helps foster empathy, minimize conflicts, and promote a supportive and harmonious partnership. Remember, open and honest communication is vital in building a strong foundation of trust and understanding. Number 14, workplace dynamics. Recognizing the tendencies of coworkers and employees can enhance teamwork and productivity. Understanding how each tendency responds to expectations can improve collaboration and motivation. Recognizing the tendencies of coworkers and employees can have a significant impact on workplace dynamics, teamwork, and overall productivity. Here are some ways understanding tendencies can enhance collaboration and motivation in the workplace. Improve communication. Understanding each individual's tendency helps you tailor your communication style to effectively convey expectations. Provide feedback and motivate your team members. By adapting your approach, you can ensure that your messages resonate with each person's preferred communication style and decision-making process. Enhance teamwork. Recognizing and leveraging the strengths of different tendencies can enhance teamwork. Upholders can provide structure and follow-through, questioners can contribute critical thinking and innovative solutions, obligers can offer support and collaboration, and rebels can bring creativity and fresh perspectives. Please hit the subscribe button for the support of our channel and share our videos for more new upcoming content. We are very happy to create new ideas and review for everyone. God bless and happy listening.